Yeah, man, we back. It is officially 2025.
Officially. Woo. I'm trying to find new enjoyment in toasting my cigar. You know? So I'm sitting here, I'm trying to have a little fun with it. Plus I got this I got like the shape of this. I don't even know what the shape is called. And I'm supposed to be
that
helping
salmonese
teach
or
people.
whatever.
Almost, but not quite. It's not committed to it. It's like,
okay,
you feel like a skinny salmonase. They feel like I'm supposed to have a little more rotundness on the booty, but I don't know. It's like it is in that vessel.
Look a little charred
Maybe
there, man. Your burn look a little charred.
It's a little charred, man.
Cigar looks a little charred.
And I'm not even going all the way in on it, man. And it's still getting a char. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like kind of keeping a distance off of it. But yeah, it's getting charred.
Anytime I've had any cigars like that, you do have to light it with a gentle light. And then it takes a little bit longer to get your cigar toasted. But it's usually been a good burn anytime I've gotten it going. But it does take a little bit of patience when it comes to that shaped end of a cigar that you have to light.
Yeah,
gotta be patient with it. You toast it, smoke it, and they kind of let it burn before you start puffing it.
Yeah, it's. I feel like I just dropped my marshmallow in the fire. That's what it's looking like. but we working on it though. We working on it, man. This ain't no reflection of what 2025 has in store for me concerning cigars.
I hope not. I hope it's not an indication.
I don't claim it.
I hope it's not an indication. Hey, 2025 it's supposed to be, in my opinion, a great year. Cigar wise as well. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we ended pretty solid. And I'm looking forward to a good start. So speaking of, is this your first smoke of the year?
No.
It's not. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Seeing as we're 4 days deep into the year?
Fourth day.
What was your first smoke? What was your first smoke of 2025? Did you have anything special?
I just continued on the Plasencia path. You know, I got several of those now, so Plasencia
stacked up.
I'm stacked up on those.
You have an abundance of
Colorados.
Plasencia.
I have an abundance of Plasencia, so yeah, Plasencia it is.
Hey, it's a good.
This is my first time stepping away from Plasencia to enjoy what someone else has.
Disappointed, huh?
Not so far. I like the aroma. I've only actually, you know, that's all. That's about as far as I got. I'm still trying to get it.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not looking at what you're smoking just yet, but not saying anything bad about who you're smoking. It's just that everything seems to pale in comparison. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, typically. But I didn't smoke anything yesterday. Thursday was the last time I smoked. So that was my first smoke of the year was Thursday. This is my only smoke of the year. This is my second smoke of the year now that we're talking about it. So I got a little gap in between. That one little day gap, you know, helped me out a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, man. Speaking of like little gaps, my consistency with cigar smoking has been like I ended the year. I was on a tear. Like a cigar a day almost. I barely missed a day. I'm so proud of myself. So I'm hoping more the same.
Proud of you too, brother. Because you used to, you know, you took some gaps on some weeks.
Gaps. Yeah. Weeks in between, which is crazy. But you know, I'm finally getting to the place.
No, you ain't take weeks in between. You ain't take weeks.
No, it was. But that was before we got consistent.
Yeah.
Remember when there was a period of time we weren't consistent.
Yeah, you're right.
But guess what? In between that time, it'd be weeks of gaps in between. But we here now.
Hey, man.
So I had my first smoke of the year. Yeah, like life gets you there. But guess what? Cigar is part of life now. This is life.
Yeah.
This is life. But yeah, I had my first cigar of the year, right? On New Year's Day. And I think I had an epiphany moment to where, not necessarily an epiphany moment, but I think I had a moment of realization, I guess, more so than specifically an epiphany. I think I've outgrown flavored cigars.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I want them anymore. I think I'm beyond smoking a flavored cigar now. I had a flavored cigar. I think it was on New Year's Day. You know, I had one of the lighter ones. Like, you know what? Let me go ahead and grab this flavored cigar. I haven't had one in a while, and I really did not enjoy my experience. It was not pleasurable for me. It was just too much sweet. The cigar, and this is one of Drew Estate's Deadwood series. It was one of those.
Which one?
This really didn't. It was the girl with no name, and I really wasn't fond of the moment. And I hate saying that because I actually loved them. Like I loved the girl with no name. The first few times I smoked it, Fat Bottom Betty, all of those. But it's just like I don't know. My flavor profile is just changing to that point to where I don't know if I crave them anymore, or if I even care to even smoke them again after that last smoke on the first of the year.
Yeah. The last one I had was that one.
Mm-hmm.
The girl with no name that you sent to me. So that means what? I hadn't had one since maybe September.
Yeah, I think it was about September.
Yeah. But I also don't have the urge to go buy one. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe that speaks to the same thing. But you know, when you asked me about it, how I felt about the girl with no name, I was like, it's cool. But I didn't say it was like and you even made fun of my pitch went up when I said it. It's cool.
It's
cool. I haven't had like a Fat Bottom Betty or one of the other Deadwood series in a while. So my only memory of them is where I felt at the moment about
the last one, yeah.
So when I compare how I feel today about that one,
you go back to that last
can't
moment.
rank as high. Yeah, so it's how I feel today versus how I felt then, and it was kind of maybe an unfair comparison. But I just haven't had an interest in picking up a flavor stick in a long time. The closest I may get to it is one of Rocky's sticks in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, one of the Javas. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe, but I haven't had the urge to go get one, so I don't know. Maybe not.
So are we becoming those cigar snobs that turn their nose up at flavored cigars now? Like we always advocated for them. We've always advocated for them.
That was last decade for us. It's a new decade. It's a new decade, brother. You know what I'm saying? you in another decade of life. You know what I'm saying? So
maybe now we
see change.
Absolutely. So hey,
start having to worry about prostate exams and stuff like that now. You know what I'm saying? It's different, man. Life is different, brother.
You got to start worrying about prostate exams. Taste buds are different. How you want to enjoy your cigar becomes a little different approach. Like, the angle is different.
I want to be bothered with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're socializing. You happy to not socialize, which we always had a little bit of that in us, but
always, but even more so now. It's probably the most heightened it's ever been at this point.
Yeah.
Man, when I'm at work, right? A lot of the guys they want to go to lunch. Hey man, what you having for lunch? Nothing.
Your business.
Don't worry about it. Hey, let's go to lunch. I'm like, I want my me time.
That requires talking, brother. I don't want to do
that. It requires talking. It requires entertaining. I got to be around people. Like, my lunch break is my time. Like, we had like these two different doors in our classrooms, right? And sometimes, I know this guy, he's gonna ask me to go to lunch, man. So I'll sneak out the back to get out of there before anybody notices that I'm gone. So nobody asks me to go to lunch. I'm like, I just want to avoid trying to make it up an excuse to not go to lunch with these people. Not that I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? They're cool people, all this stuff. And I can be a people person.
They're gonna hear this.
They're gonna be wise to me. watch when he sneak out. We're gonna get him.
Be sitting here at that back door like, hey, Rich, lunch.
Chipotle. Like, yo, man. But yeah, man, I'm like, I can be a people person, but when it comes to just understanding that there's times where I want to pull away, my lunch breaks are my time. Like, nah, I'm not trying to be around people. I ain't trying to entertain nobody. I go to my car. I go get my food. I'm chilling, decompress, and now I'm back in the population. Okay, now I'm gonna interact.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's how it is, man. I ain't mad at it, bro. I'm similar. You know what I'm saying? But my life is such a lonesome life anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to be around people as much, so it does limit my socializing, you know. Just my family for the most part. And even then, I'll be happy when they go. So I don't know, man.
Hey, I'm saying, hey, look, if it was not for me having to show up to work on a day-to-day basis, like when I was on vacation for this last week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever it was, and I didn't have to speak to anybody, I did not speak to anybody. I took a 2-week vacation a few months ago, and no, other than texting you and maybe a couple other people, like, but face-to-face conversation, sit next to another person or across from no, I don't need it. I'm good without it.
Yeah, people ask me that sometimes. Like, man, you don't miss being around people? Like, nah, I actually don't. But like, there's a part of me when they ask, I'm like, am I gonna answer this truthfully? Because if I answer it truthfully, I'm gonna sound crazy. Yeah. You know, I feel like I'm gonna sound like you know how there's social standards and you know you're supposed to answer questions a certain way. I feel like I'm supposed to. They want to hear me go, yeah, you know, I want to be around people. I miss socializing, but it's just part of life now. Like, but I really be like, no, I don't actually. I really don't. I don't miss being around people whatsoever. I'm cool at the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
like me and my what's reclusiveness, being a recluse, like I'm all in. I'm 10 toes in. Like I can embrace being a recluse. Easily.
Yeah. I go to the store. That's me being around people. I don't talk to none of them because I go to the self-checkout, but that's my I feel like I'm part of society for that moment.
And I'm pretty sure that moment that you are part of society, you probably discuss it with a lot of people.
Yes. I immediately become frustrated with people. The moment I started everything they do, I'm like, boy, people are stupid. Like, and it just hits me. I always say on this show, repetitively, and eventually y'all gonna co-sign it.
We ruin everything.
People ruin everything. People suck. Like, and I just wish y'all wouldn't suck so much. When you find yourself sucking as a person, stop and say, man, this would suck, man. I'm a sucker right now. Let me stop what I'm doing. Like, you know, just think, do I look like a sucker doing what I'm doing? And then don't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Self-inventory in the moment. Like, is this sucker behavior? Yeah. All right. Let me stop. But that's the problem. People they don't have that that realization of themselves to see that. They're like, you know what? I am kind of being a sucker right now. And then to self-correct. That's the problem. It's self-recognition. It ain't there.
Yeah, that's all you got to do, man. Just look at it. Hey, man, am I gonna look crazy doing this? Like, I've been in the middle of saying stuff before, and I was like, forget it. You know what I'm saying? Forget it. I'm about to do some corny stuff. Let me just shut up. Like, we ain't got to go into this conversation.
Go ahead, shut this down.
Yeah, man. But whatever, man. To each his own, man. Y'all keep that sucker behavior up in 2025, man. But
no. Let's get to 2025 is not the year for sucker behavior. I can feel it.
You don't think so? I don't know. I think they already off to the horses, man.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a heavy tax, a nice little penalty for sucker behavior in 2025.
I don't know, man. The dude ran the people over in New Orleans, man. That's sucker behavior, man.
It is, but go off. It's gonna be a steep penalty for it, though.
I don't know what happens when the inauguration happens. I feel like sucker behavior is on the way. You know what I'm saying?
It probably is.
And I ain't just talking about Trump specifically, but I'm saying, like, you know, people. Him too. But I'm saying, like, the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people on both sides. I don't know. It's gonna be a bunch of whining and complaining and sucker behavior, man. I don't want to hear.
At the same time, like I said, I feel like there's gonna be a heavy tax for sucker behavior in 2025. It's gonna rear its ugly head. It's gonna come out. It's gonna shine for a minute, but we're gonna dead that. I feel like it.
Well, man,
that's just me. It's me being optimistic. I'm just being optimistic, man. Come on.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully we nip some stuff in the bud this year, man. That carried over from years before.
We'll see. We'll see. But hey, look, man.
we got it listed already, man. The information is out there for the public to see. Let's discuss it.
I've been wanting to discuss mine real quick because it was a pleasant find. I was happy to run into this cigar. I have heard about this cigar, but it's been something I haven't been able to find like ever. You know, I'm in the Fuente family yet once again. Don Carlos.
Yeah.
You know, Fuente. We ended the year strong with Fuente, and yet again here we are. Yeah. So yeah, I got the Don Carlos Eye of the Shark, man, and nice little
box press.
Nice little box press right here, like super box press too. At that.
Yeah, it's really boxy.
Super box press, really boxy. Roblox.
yeah, it's Roblox.
I'm smoking a Roblox cigar right now. But yeah, man. So I got the Eye of the Shark. Let me give you a quick little rundown of this bad boy. So it's a African Cameroon wrapper. Love those. And it's Dominican filler binder all the way through wrapper. So Dominican for the rest of it. But so far so good on this guy. Went ahead with the V cut on it, toasted it nicely, and I'm really getting some really nice first impressions. Really nice first impressions so far.
I may misspeak in this moment, but I don't recall noticing a lot of box press Fuentes. Does Arturo do a lot of box press?
No, not from what I experienced. Like I said, I've seen this before, and I have noticed that hey, this is a box press stick, and it's Fuente, which they don't jump into that space a lot of times. And this is
I didn't think
one of few.
Yeah, when I'm thinking, I'm like, man, when have I seen a box press from Fuente? Like, okay, that's interesting, man. I'm glad you grabbed that then, man, because I'm sure they did a good job with it, regardless. I'm sure. So for me this week, I did a Denzel. I brought 2 sticks to the party and had to make a decision on the fly. I didn't wait till the show actually started. I picked out and decided ahead of time, obviously, because it's labeled here, and I was already toasting as the show started. But the decision, I had to narrow it down. The spot that I went to get cigars. Bless you.
My bad. I couldn't mute my mic fast enough.
Come on, man. You disrupting the broadcasting, man. Like, we're trying to run a professional show here, man. What are we doing? But so I had to decide because the spot I go to, they don't take good care of their cigars. You know, the humidor kind of crappy. So
call them out.
Yeah, but you know, I don't want to drop my location, so I ain't gonna call them out by name. But you know, I don't want to place myself, but they suck. You know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out which stick was I more interested in. So that's how we came across today the Macanudo Emissary Espana is what I ended up going with. Now this one right here is a new release from Macanudo.
Yeah.
And
I like that.
We had this little band on the bottom, by the thick bottom, that says Espana on it. This one right here is a $22.50 price point is where I got it at.
Okay.
And when I say it's new, I don't know how new. You know what I'm saying? It just could be new to that location, but they told me it was new. So I'll leave it at that. And I ended up going with that one. I mean, I am interested in my other choice, and because I'm worried if it's already stale or not, I'm like, let me smoke this one first. And if the other one's stale, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah. So with this particular stick, as I was going to get the specs for it, I was very intrigued. I went to something I never do. I went to the actual website to get information on it, and they give you some, but the description is beautiful. Beautiful, actually. Yeah, they give me some. Let me read to you what this says. This says Macanudo Emissary is however you say that damn word. Espana uses a harmonious 5-country blended highlighted by a Havana seed grown near the town of Rioblos, Spain, The region's rocky soil and Mediterranean climate yield a rich tobacco that cannot be replicated. I love this. I don't know if they use AI or Chat GPT for this, but this is beautiful.
It's got to be Chat GPT.
Yeah. Grown near olive trees and pepper fields used for paprika, the tobacco is characterized by thick, oily leaves from the warm, dry summer days and mild nights. Sounds delicious. I got excited. When combined with rocky soil, the result is tobacco with intensity and complexity. This Spanish Havana is paired with 5 tobaccos from 4 countries, Nicaragua, Colombia, Dominican Republic, and the U.S., that are aged between 5 and 10 years. The optimal aging mellows the tobacco, bringing forward each tobacco's intricacies. The resulting cigar yields a nuanced smoking experience that cannot be rivaled. I was like, wow, what do I got?
You have
That's right there.
A majestic cigar. That's what that sounds like.
Majestic. Now, this week I did cheat. I cheated because normally, we try to get the actual tasting notes. We try to avoid the tasting notes and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But because I was so intrigued by it, I just read them. I read them, man. And I'm gonna read some of these to you. And at the end, I guess I'll just say if I actually got them or not. You know what I'm saying? Or if I was able to pick up on these notes. But some of these notes are some very unique ones. Now, of course, it goes through the basic cedar notes, roasted nuts, espresso, got caramel and white pepper. But then it goes into saying herbs, licorice, which I already tasted licorice, orange marmalade, and sweet tea. I said, orange marmalade and sweet tea? I never had sweet tea in a stick. I'm a country boy, man. Where my sweet tea? Like, that excited me. Now, I got some of the zest from the orange marmalade.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of that citrusy orange in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you said that you picked up on some of that on Cigars past, like the orange peel or orange zest or whatever. With citrus.
Yeah, so I have picked up on those 2 things, and probably some caramel also. I would say those are the 3 things so far that kind of jumped out immediately. And the rest of that stuff I haven't noticed as of yet. But sweet tea, I said sweet tea in a stick, boy. Y'all doing it now. That's the type of stuff I'm on that time. Make me buy this all the time. Tell me it's some sweet tea in
it. Tell you a Southern boy.
Yeah. Hey, who got the best sweet tea?
Come on now, Bojangles. Bojangles. Easy.
Okay. Bojangles like that. What about you don't like Cookout?
Oh, Cookout.
The big huge joint. Now,
it ain't seeing Bojangles though.
It ain't Bojangles. All right. What about old school McDonald's?
Okay, old school McDonald's was on one. Their new sweet tea, whatever they doing now, it ain't it. But you go circa maybe 2010 or
throwback McDonald's. Not now.
Hey, yeah. That was. Sometimes we would go to McDonald's just to order a big sweet tea. Nothing else. Anything else? No, just tea. That's it. In and out. Just give me a tea.
Yeah.
$1.
I hate to do that, but McDonald's has grown so much joint recently, man. They done. McDonald's is trash, man. Like, doggone it, they horrible.
Big trash. Yeah,
man, they suck. Man.
Yeah.
They suck, bro. They suck.
Yeah, if you give me
people suck inside
McDonald's back,
consistent.
And maybe if we go to artificial intelligence McDonald's, maybe they get back to maybe they get back right. Maybe the ice cream machine will start working again.
Magically.
You sent me something about the first automated Chick-fil-A. They're finally rolling that out.
I'm so happy. I was so happy. I can't wait for you to lose y'all jobs. I can't wait.
Look, and that's the thing. If Chick-fil-A workers are being replaced, and they're not, but Chick-fil-A has the best service of most of your fast food chains. And if they're willing to take them out,
that's cold blooded though, because Chick-fil-A workers good. They can keep their jobs. I ain't talking to Chick-fil-A I ain't talking to places like Culver's, and some of these places have good service. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even I went to Burger
But the
King.
boys at Wendy's, they got to go.
Even their service was pretty good, but they was just like,
Because
you know,
hey, the Burger King appreciate, they appreciate you coming through. Like, hey, somebody finally coming through.
there you go.
They have to get business.
They ain't care. You know what I'm saying? They weren't like super polite, but they were efficient. And I was like, I'll take that. You don't got to be nice to me. You ain't got to be nice to Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? But just get the food consistent and don't have an attitude.
Top 3 worst. Who you got? Me personally, I got McDonald's, I got Wendy's, and Popeyes.
There you go.
Top 3 worst. Consistently, anywhere you go.
They don't never get it right, bro. I don't know why. Why do y'all like being so bad? Like, you know, it's like almost like they take pride in it at this point.
Sometimes they do. Like, dude, why are you rushing me at the window? Like, I'm coming through the drive-thru. Like, why are you rushing me, man? Let me. Can I get it out? How many times I've been rushed, and I said one part of my order. I'm ordering like 4 different orders, and I get past the first meal I order. I ate. That'll be $5.58. Well, that's kind of low, but that'll be $8.58. Yeah. Whoa, I ain't done yet. I just gave you one of my joints. Give him the second one. All right, that's $16.22. Like, yo, stop rushing me.
Chill, bro. Like, you trying to talk me out the rest of my orders or something? Because you keep giving me the price? Hey, bro, you building debt over here, man. You sure you want to order another one? That's how they treat you.
Yeah.
Now we got a Checkers in our area. They got like the automated one where you just you talk to AI to do your order.
Oh yeah,
people inside and give you the food.
I have seen that. Yeah.
That was dope. That made Checkers enjoyable because Checkers got some questionable employees too from time to time. But that made it a lot better. It was pleasant.
Yeah, that way you know you're getting your order right. You know what I'm saying? And especially if they put it on the board with the automated person talking to you or whatever.
Yeah,
they're catching what you're saying. You see your order being right. All they got to do on the other end is just take whatever they got on that ticket and just replicate it. Do what the ticket says.
Yeah. Still room for human error, but at the same time, the food was fresh. I feel like it was better. It was better. I enjoyed it that way. I was like, I can come back to this location.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, that is one thing. Like, keep the workers in, but get somebody off that window.
Get rid of the workers too. I want them gone. I want them gone. Because my food,
you ain't letting up. You ain't letting up.
Gone, bro. I want them gone. I don't want to hate McDonald's, but matter of fact, I don't go to McDonald's often. I probably go like twice a year, maybe. And we messed around and went to this location, and their score was like a 99 or something. It was really clean McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? And we got our food. And it tastes so delicious. I said, wow, I forgot this is what McDonald's supposed to taste like. I would come eat this burger again. I was almost ready to get off the anti-train. It was so good. I thought about that burger again.
Yeah, I had one like that.
Another week. And then I ended up getting a week later at a different location. And I said, hell no, I can come back to McDonald's, man. Back on my anti-McDonald's stuff. And that's what
I had a similar situation. I ran into a McDonald's that was like that. They were a nice establishment. Got me a quarter pounder. Thought about the quarter pounder for weeks. Like, yeah. Went back. I think I was in Georgia at this time. Went back. Got one somewhere in Georgia. Like, nah, this ain't the same. This ain't it. Man. Whatever they doing down there, y'all need to be the flagship for what everybody else is doing. Like, y'all are the prototype. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man. Right. So for me, it's about the consistency. I need consistency. That's the thing. Like, me and my wife talk about this. She like, man, I don't like Chick-fil-A like that. But it's so consistent that it's just convenient. It's convenient. Yeah. They're going to be polite.
No matter where
you go, my order together.
Similar service, the
line's going to be stupid long and quick. And I'm cool as long as I know it's going to be consistent.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so a lot of these places that I think I don't like, maybe I would like. You know how much we were making fun of Burger King. How much better Burger King's food would be if the machine was making it consistent and it tasted like it was supposed to taste back in the day when you was a kid, and that Whopper had everybody hooked with that flame broil. It's still it,
Yeah.
but they just not doing it
Yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
so don't nobody want it no more. It look played out, and fries is garbage. Like, fix the fries and make the burger taste how it's supposed to taste. You know what I'm saying? And it could still be it.
And your customer base will grow again.
We still want to love you and bring the prices down. All y'all bring the prices down. I don't know when y'all thought y'all could go up to the prices of going to Chili's and Applebee's. Why? When did y'all become day price?
The $10 burger at Applebee's. That's what we paying now at McDonald's. Mm-hmm. When you used to get that $10 burger from like Applebee's or something, that joint used to be like this big. You eat on that thing for 2 days.
I still might as well go there and just now they price up to $12. Might as well just pay the $2 extra and get it to go.
Yeah.
Order it online. Go pick it up in their little bring out when they bring it out to you, our side, and be good.
I mean, you got a good point.
Why
I might start getting my veggie burgers like that.
Yeah, bro.
Veggie burger.
Bam. Order online. 15 minutes for them to get there. Order car side. Don't tip them. Be good to them. You know what I'm saying? Or either walk in and get it if you don't want to tip them.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
That might be the alternative to getting good fast food without having to deal with fast food restaurant. And you're only paying a couple of dollars more.
Yeah, you get more food, tastes better.
And it's better.
Why would I go pay $10 for a Big Mac and eat 3 pieces of bread and 2 patties this big?
Yeah. They're like silver dollars. They putting White Castle size burgers on a regular size bun.
Yeah, man, on the big behind buns. Man, I ain't about to do that. Like
all bread,
man. 3 pieces of bread, man. Yeah, y'all suck. The people who decided that was a good idea suck. Humans suck. Like,
hey, maybe, I mean, like I said, the artificial way of things, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it'll bring things back to which is weird to say, reality. But it is kind of crazy how everything is kind of going to an artificial way, and people think that the artificial way is the better way.
Because we don't trust each other. We sick of each other. That's why we think it's better. And if they don't cut them prices when you go AI, I'm gonna be mad about that too. You done got rid of all your employees. That's all that insurance you were paying for them, gone. All that the wages you were paying, gone. You better cut the prices on this food. If you all go over and convert. So what? You done paid for it up front. You gonna get your profit over time.
But
you think you just gonna eat forever off of it? Because once the prices change, they don't come back. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna stay up. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna raise the prices and say we got new robots doing it. So we gotta pay for the technology. So this $10 burger is now gonna become a number one is now $13.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna use the technology as an excuse.
Yeah, but they're gonna make their money quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then what? You gonna meet us? You gonna bring it back down? No, we agreed. Like you said, we agreed. 13 is the new rate. But if you do that, you don't get to randomly fluctuate prices. Oh, the cost of goods costs more. So the maintenance on these robots is more than we realize. So we gotta, Nah, man.
No,
y'all gonna have to take care of the people some way.
They're not.
And I ain't tipping y'all no more. Take the tip off the menu too. No automated tipping for 20%. None of that.
That's not happening. Look, any way that they can feel like they can take more money from the consumer and get away with it, they will. They will.
I know.
That's just business.
I'm speaking on it.
They want to make more money and build more money, whatever means necessary. Like if there's no morality in religious aspects and how they take money from people, you think they're going to do? They care about them on the business side too?
You said
no, nobody cares.
Religion.
For rew.
Hey man.
And I'm a tithe paying churchgoer, and I see it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. It's money is a dirty process, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, and I'm glad you said that about the money, man, because I know we didn't talk about going this direction,
Mm-hmm.
but I may shift the entire direction of the show with this. This is what I want to pick your brain on. Speaking of money, you've been in war mode lately.
Uh-huh.
And we talked about how money is attached to all of that. I don't know if you got a few minutes in you, man, to discuss what you've learned about war and your opinions of it. Don't get fired, but you know what I'm saying? If not, we'll move on.
Oh man, come on now. Now, but specifically, what's your question though? Because
I'm just saying.
Okay, to give it a little precursor before you ask your question. Yes, over the last maybe few weeks or so, like my mind has been so fixated on studying war, and kind of feel like at my point in my career that I kind of should know more about war than I actually do right now, like the history of it, a lot of the catalysts that's gotten us into it, and what's kept us there, or keeps wars sustained, or keep them popping up, or keep them like this whole cycle of it that we've seen for centuries, you know. And I've kind of been just jumping into that realm a lot over the last few weeks. It's like, you know what, I probably need to know a little bit more about it, especially as I up and rank. My perspective should be shaped in a way of me of seeing all these wars of past as we approach any potential wars in the future.
Do you feel like the war in general is this honorable thing that they tell us, or do you feel like it's all about money?
After
doing your research,
that's twofold. The most of the causes of war, or the not necessarily. I'm not going to go with the causes. Well, you can't go with the causes. I would say there's percentages of how wars are started and they're sustained. One being money, one being control, territories and stuff like that. But then when it comes to thinking about territories and control, it boils down to who's controlling the money or the resources that can generate the money from the territories, or having the political control, or whatever have you. Even if it was the Civil War, you think about that as far as like, okay, you're taking the ability from this Confederate area to make their money, their profit the way they did before. You're attacking that. So guess what? We're going to go to war about it. Not necessarily because I care about the slaves, but I'm trying to, you know, balance the way that that you can make money. So now if I stop your ability to make the money that you want to make and how you make it, I'm going to attack your slavery, because guess what? You can't pull away from the country and create your own Confederate states if you can't generate the income that you used to generate. You can't generate the profit that you used to generate by having slaves. So guess what? No slaves for you. Oh, no, we're going to war. We've been trying to break away anyway and do our own thing, but now you're trying to take away our ability to make profit. Going to war. And then you can go on and on and on. World War II, World War I, Korean War, Vietnam, all that stuff. And then when we get into wars, okay, we're going to keep going into war because guess what? That's we can generate money by sending more troops.
The economy is at its best during wartime.
When we got war. Yeah. So, yes, it is about money. But then at the same time, when you think about the propensity of war, that other countries might try to wage war because they want the territory, they want the profit, they want money, they want this and that. We have to have some level of defense for it. So if I have to go to war to defend freedoms of our country, then yeah, that's the heroism in it, because we can't stop other countries from trying to wage wars, and whatever their motive is, whether it's money driven or not. You know what I'm saying? We can't just be completely vulnerable.
So let me say it like this then. Okay. War is basically boils down to what the Locke said back in the 90s, money, power, respect. Mm-hmm. Now, with that being said, we talk about having to defend ourselves. How often are there wars that are unexpected, where each participant don't know we got beef? Like war, like any fight, is a building process till I sneak you. You know what I'm saying? Or either until we square off. It's one or the other. So it's not like we didn't have some issues that got to the point where they said, "All right, I declare war." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so is it really defending yourself, or is it like, you know, I just
I'm gonna show my guns. I'm gonna show how big and bad I am. Some of it's that
Yeah,
too.
ego. Right.
Like you keep talking, you know what? You keep talking, you keep talking. I'm gonna have to come. I'm gonna have to come see you now.
Yeah, like these boys is if you can boil them all down to how we are on the streets with one another, but it's bigger groups, bigger gangs, bigger territory. You know what I'm saying? Versus one-on-one or a crew. You know what I'm saying? Like crew is crew. The same concept though.
Yeah, and like when I was looking at it, I didn't realize how tied World War One and World War Two was to the Korean War, and how the Korean War was tied to the Vietnam War. Like all those events, I thought they were growing up. I thought they were like separate wars, but they're really all tied in some kind of way
Similar
throughout history. Yeah, the same issues. It's all linked. It's all linked throughout history. It's just gaps in between. But there's still continued beef, like you said, beef that's brewing. Like, all right, well, we're gonna do this now. Okay, well, communism's happening over here, but then okay, we want to stop the ability for it to spread throughout Asia. So now we're gonna call this the Korean War and this the Vietnam War. You know, it's all
but
linked.
it's round 3 and round 4, really.
Yeah. It's just like, you know what? It's like a movie with a sequel, but they're called different names. Instead of Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, you might call it have it one name, and then you have another name of the movie, but then the premises are pretty much the same and they're linked in some kind of way to where that was really a sequel.
It's like it's really just a spinoff of the same movie. You know, now so and so get a storyline, but he was in the other movie.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's exactly how it's been. That's what I've been learning over the last few weeks, of like how these wars are really tied to each other. It's crazy.
Man, money. One day, hopefully we figure out how to not let money be such an issue. You know, we really are just these primates. I hate to say primates because how they use that against black people, but we really are these unevolved creatures, man, that really got a lot of technology we really shouldn't have, man. We advanced way too fast, man, and now we fighting over make-believe money, you know, which is now just numbers on a computer screen.
Like it was different. Yeah, it's different when we were fighting over resources and territory, because certain territories had certain resources that they wanted to control.
Right.
But when you boil it down to it, the worth of those resources, they're tied to a fictional character called money.
Yeah.
Money is really a fictional character.
Yeah.
Like and that's why Africa got raped the way it did. Because people in Africa was just like, this is just resources that we have. Like these are diamonds, man. Like
we got rocks. I don't care about them. Like, you know,
I don't care about these. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't care about the resources they had. Yeah, it was just like, this is just a natural product that we have. Oh, salt, rubber, all this stuff that we got in the Congo. This is just this is what we got, bro. This is us, man. We got this.
It's just life, man.
This is just life. And then somebody else saw him like, yo, we can make some money off of this, or we can become wealthy off of this. And now we come and we rape and we take all these resources from Africa and try to take control and all this stuff. And Africans are sitting back like, oh, why y'all acting like this? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Why y'all acting like this?
And then now they take over and now they're making money. Like, and now years later or centuries later, it's like, okay, they took all these resources that were just natural resources that didn't really have a dollar value to it, and decided to make money off of it. Like I remember seeing how they would come in and just take salt. Like Europeans would take salt, and Africans like, it's just salt, dude. But those spices, that salt was currency, so they were like, all right, we'll trade you this for that. And they're not understanding the currency exchange that they're doing for this product known as salt.
Right. The same thing happened to the natives here in America. That's how they end up giving up their land. They didn't understand the concept that you could own land. They're like, you want to own the land? You want to buy it? It's just here for everybody.
Yes.
Whatever, give us the money and take it. We'll just move 1 mile down the street.
We'll just go there, yeah.
We'll go in the forest for a mile
like,
and you have
like,
that, whatever.
You want to buy it? You want to buy this? Okay, this we got all of this is ours. Like this is
just go lay down over there in the corner. We good. I ain't gonna bother you. Like, but little did they know they were gonna lose it all. Like, because people were playing with a fictitious game that actually meant something because they said it meant something. Which is crazy. Hey man, but speaking of game, let's just segue on out of this conversation and go to what we were supposed to talk about, man. I got you off track, man.
It can get deep.
Deep. You had some gripes about the NBA, man. You sent me some clips today. Upset with the NBA. So I want to hear your thoughts on it.
I've been sending you clips for the last few weeks or so now. So yeah, I mean we're at a prime time of sports, man. Like this is after Christmas. I feel like this is where like sports like really gets thick and heavy. You know what I'm saying? You go into the bowl games for college. NFL playoffs are like really shaping up and getting ready to kick off. And after that, we got the Super Bowl. We got All-Star, NBA All-Star game. We got the spring games. Baseball starts coming back, and we got March Madness. So this is prime time. Is we're getting hyped for. Really,
January to June is about to be exciting.
Yeah, but what is not exciting to me so far, is this newest era of the NBA. So as we got LeBron's, he getting old. He's like, he's the oldest player in the NBA now, right?
I believe so. Should be.
And we were there for his first game in the NBA. This is crazy how time flies.
Watch his first game.
I remember watching his very first game in the NBA, and now he's the oldest player in the NBA.
We watched it in a dorm room, bro. Ain't that crazy to think?
We were in the dorm room, man. Watching that first Cleveland game. Yeah. With the chair that you stole out the hall. We got trouble.
I don't remember. What happened? Where I still
we stole the furniture from the hallway, or like the little common areas. You know that they had like the little like big plush chairs. You know what? This is ours. We gonna take this.
I don't remember that. It sounds about right. I done stole a lot of chairs over the years, man. I got a chair from Comcast in my house right now. I stole, but
can you say that? Statute of limitations is up.
Yeah, man, that was a long time ago, man. They ain't gonna do nothing. They don't even know what's missing. It was the workers. It was where we work at and stuff, you know.
But anyway though, but yeah, man. So like the game is shifting, and we're officially in this newest the newest era of the NBA. Gone are the Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. That era is over with. Like it's on the downside. You know, they're still doing what they're doing. They're still big names in the NBA, but it's a new generation coming in. And the game itself, man, if I say one thing, it is the most unwatchable form of the NBA I've ever seen. The most unwatchable. Like I can't sit. I tried to sit and watch some games. I tried. Christmas Day used to come around. I used to be excited to see Kobe, whatever. The Lakers are going to play the Miami or something. It's like it was always going to be something big, right? I couldn't watch any games. It just seemed unwatchable. And I try to catch some highlights to get that mojo back. To like, oh man, I missed the lead. And it's just disappointing every single time. Disappointing. Players don't show up, even if they're still on the team. Jimmy Butler just whatever. I'm trying to get off the team, run down Harden back in the day when he got fat, just so he can get off the Rockets. It's like, dudes, you play until you're traded.
Yeah.
You play, you produce, because your name still means something, right? It's like you still have to get out there and show up, because your name still should mean something. I'm Jimmy Butler, so regardless, I want to get off the team. But guess what? I'm putting on display what you can get. If you get me off this team, you get me out of Miami and send me to New York, this is the Jimmy Butler you're gonna get. You know what I mean? And it's like just the thrill is gone. 3 after 3, they take a 3, get a rebound, kick it out, take a 3, get down the court on the other side, 3, miss, 3, go back to the other side, shoot. Like we're shooting 93s a game. It's like, really?
Yeah.
It's so unwatchable. So unwatchable.
Well, I'll say this. First of all, when you talk about guys who nowadays do things and not to get kicked off the team, they're pretty much trying to get traded or kicked off the team or spite the team. Mm-hmm. We've seen that before. That's not brand new. We watched Scottie Pippen do the same thing when he was mad at his contract, so he's from their cloth. You know what I'm saying?
So this is Scotty behavior. Is what you're saying?
This is Scottie Pippen behavior. We're watching the NBA today.
It's not a compliment. Scotty behavior. So
Scotty behavior we're watching. So we shouldn't deem it that moving forward. This Pippen behavior that they're doing on the court, but he uses the last name for it too. Not just Scotty. Just call it Pippen behavior. So his whole lineage is ruined. Sorry, Junior. But
sorry, Junior. I know you're trying. I know you're out there trying.
Yeah, you trying, but your pops, man, he was of today's era. But anyway, I'll say this, man. I think it all comes down to a lack of competitiveness, man. People don't have the competitiveness, the drive to want to win, regardless of what's going on on the business side of things. So like you'll see where guys something should switch on when you're playing, where you like, I don't want to lose. Game to game. It ain't about the whole season. Like, like at the end of 82, do we have a chance? It's I'm competing in this very moment. I don't want to lose in this very moment. Yeah. And that's lost. Like these guys are working a job and there's no passion for it. It's like 9 to 5 for them. Like, forget today's game. It don't matter in the grand.
Right. Here's the thing, like what I don't understand. And maybe it's just because they become divas, they make so much money and they're so glamorized now. Is being a competitor, and I've been in competitive spaces, and even the times where I was in those competitive spaces, like, okay, I'm gonna just chill, I'm gonna take it easy, but something always kicks in. Like even if I'm by myself and I'm saying I'm going for a run, right? Because I'm gonna take it easy today. Something always kicks in to say, no, I'm gonna give this much effort. It could be a PT test I'm taking, like, you know what, I'm just gonna score this, but then something else kicks in me, that says, nah, I gotta give more. I got to give more. And being in competitive spaces, whether it's sports or whatever, like even if I wanted to take it easy, something kicks in that says, "No, I got to compete. I got to show up." Yeah. And you don't see that. Like how can you take any game off? Like while you're out there actively on the court, something should kick in. That fight should kick in. Like.
If you a competitor, you a competitor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Like in all scenarios. They talk about Jordan, how he wanted to one dude in college said he cheated his grandma while they were playing a checkers game. When the grandma looked away, he moved the paper on the board. He's a competitor across the board, bro. Like when you want to win, you got that in you. Like, man, speaking of, when I sent you videos from the Christmas party I was at, the little game I won. I already bro, for real. Because look, check it out. We had an agreement that if you win a game, they had prizes. So if you win a game, you can't win more than one prize. So there's no incentive to win more than once. So my full intention, I won my first game. My intention was I'm not going, y'all making me play. I don't want to play. I can't win nothing. I'll let somebody else win. Yeah. And then the moment I got out there, I said, I ain't gonna let these dudes win. Like, and that was it. And I won. But competing. Something clicked. Yeah. The moment you forced me to do it, it's like I can't see myself phoning it in and losing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can beat me, but I'm not about to just give in like I thought I was. In my mind, I had my mind fully made up. I wasn't gonna compete. And that's on a small level, but it's free. It's nothing on the line for me. I just wanted to win for pride. Like for pride. It's just something in you that just clicks and just says, I got to. I can't lose. I don't want to lose. These guys got millions of dollars on the line, big contracts available if they can show their value. They have millions of eyes on them, and nothing clicks. On the biggest stages in the world, nothing clicks. They just take it for granted. I don't know how you get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe there's something going on in the business that makes these guys defeated and they don't care. but I don't understand it because you can go to the playground and something clicks for free. How does it not click for tens of millions of dollars and hundreds of millions of dollars now?
And here's the thing: even if you say there's something on the business side, guess what? You're still winning. You're still getting paid $1 million to play a game of basketball. Like you mentioned, you go to the playground, you still got there's no business involved. You're not going to get paid for it, but something clicks in that you're competitive on the stage where there's nothing at stake.
Yeah,
but yet you're awarded millions of dollars to go out and play and compete. But then because there's bad business, you go out there, you just lay an egg just because you don't feel like it, just because bad business when that bad business is paying you $1 million plus. Can't be that bad of a business. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
business can't be that bad. Even as bad as you think it is, it can't be that bad. You're getting paid $1 million.
I'm with you. It can't be. And this is the other thing. Back to the original point. If you focused on the game in front of you every single time, eventually you would build something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if in the moment it clicked every single time and you competed to your best, you just focus on the game in front of you and you eventually can build some momentum. But these guys is like not focused on the game in front of them. They low managing, they chilling, they pretending to, they're not trying. There's no effort there. So how can you ever succeed with no effort? It's one thing to say my team ain't there, but then you're not trying either. So it's two negatives. The two wrongs ain't never gonna make it right. You gotta try. You gotta try, like every time. But what do I know? I ain't. Nobody's paying me millions of dollars to go do something I do for free. So I don't know.
But anyway, I'm still a huge critic of it. I don't like it, and for my kids' sake, for my son's sake, I hope that the game does change, because the way that we built our competitiveness, that the want to fight, it came from watching those competitive sports and seeing some of those heroes, and use that term loosely, kind of built in you, because whenever you got on the stage to compete, to show what you was worth, you kind of use that information of seeing those people who were those gladiators who were on the stage compete at the highest level and have some fire and fight in them, to say, you know what, I ought to do the same. Now, if I see these people laying down, I'm having my son watch this, it's like, what kind of fight is he going to learn through being a fan of this? Of course, I can teach him on my own, but being a fan of something, you consume something, it becomes a part of your characteristics, regardless, because you're consuming it. So regardless, you're still seeing something, and there's something to value from it. Like anybody who's played team sports knows, okay, end all be all is not basketball. It's just a game. LeBron said it himself, it's just a game. But it's something to learn through the game. That's why coaches coach the way they coach. You learn something about yourself. You learn something about teamwork. You learn something about when you're down and the chips are falling, how do you persevere? Like, it's something to learn through sports. And I just hope that they're not showing this new generation of kids it's cool to just whatever.
That's a great point, bro. I never considered that. That's a great point. The generations that are gaining something and growing and developing characteristics based off what they're seeing from these athletes.
You're two young sons, man.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But man, let's get into the review, brother. Let's get into the review.
Let's do it, because I'm excited about my review. Who want to go first? Who's going first?
I'll go first. I'm gonna do my review different, and this isn't the sign of what's to come. I won't be doing it like this moving forward, but I'm gonna review it and comparing what I picked up on versus what I read earlier.
Okay.
And we'll do it like that. So for this particular stick, as things got going, really good aroma coming off of this stick. And I gotta admit, I just enjoyed it, man. I just enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. You mentioned coming off of nothing but a lot of Placencias must be tough. And it really wasn't. It wasn't tough, man. This is a good stick, man. It's in the $22 price point, and I like it there. It feels like it belongs there. So, and that's saying a lot, because that's around where the Colorado Placencia is at, in that same price point also. So I like them next to each other in that price point. That's not saying if it's better or equal to, but I can see it being there. This Emissary is Supposed to have. Let's look through. It said it was going to pick up on some cedar notes. I would say I did pick up on that. Roasted nuts. I'd say I picked up on that. I did not pick up on the espresso in this or the white pepper. I actually didn't notice a lot of spice whatsoever. It's got some caramel sweetness. I did notice that in the very beginning. That did not carry throughout for me. Also said herbs. Strangely enough, I think I just got to the herb stage because I'm like, that's new. And it was a very herby taste. The licorice was there in the beginning, and the orange marmalade was there in the beginning. If it was sweet tea in there, I never picked up on it, which was disappointing. And it says a nuttiness aftertaste, which is what I noticed was the nutty notes, the roasted notes I mentioned earlier. That would be more of an aftertaste. So I agree with them on that. So just a few of the notes I did notice that they said we're going to be here. Yeah, of course, I had the advantage of expecting them and looking out for them. So that does help. Would I have got all those without knowing they were there? Maybe not. But overall, for me, I think this cigar right here is one I hope I remember to revisit because it's a really good stick. 1 to 5, I'm going to go with a 4.3 for this Macanudo.
Okay.
Emissary.
Okay. Solid
Really enjoyed it.
I like that. Hey. So, shout out to Macanudo, a name that we don't see enough. Got to see more of you. But Fuente, Arturo Fuente, Don Carlos, Eye of the Shark. I'm glad you mentioned price point because I failed to mention my price point. This bad boy was at about 21 bucks. 21.
Okay.
Yeah. I failed to mention that. I really enjoyed this, man. From first light to where I am now. It is a shorter stick, and I'm pretty sure I can get like another hour smoke out of this bad boy. So this is probably like a 2-hour smoke for a short stick. A little bit bigger than maybe like a short story. But very pleasant, man. This cigar is kind of one of those flavorful but light-hearted type of smokes. Has some sweet undertones, not a sweet cigar, but some sweet undertones that lie like right underneath the your tobacco notes. So I got some like a honey vanilla type of cream with almond type of deal. Pretty much through and through, like from first light to now. Kind of consistent in that. Doesn't really detour from either one of those flavors. It's kind of like all like mixed in there. You get some like vanilla, you get some almond, you get some honey. Kind of like all the way just like ebb and flow back and forth through the smoke, which is kind of like what Fuente does. Fuente doesn't take you from one spot all the way to another spot. It kind of just gives you a nice even kill, nice type of smoke. And this has done that very well all the way through, with giving you some flows of those flavors through. I kind of got like a floral type of essence to like the like retrohale, and then also like an atmosphere from the smoke. It's a light smoke, not like a really thick creamy smoke that I've gotten, but like a light airiness to it. So it's kind of like one of those, to me, feel like a spring summertime type of smokes that, hey, you going outside to enjoy a nice breezy day and you want to have something that's going to light your atmosphere up. This is the type of cigar that you want to grab for that type of moment. So it's a pleasurable ride. Probably one of my favorite Fuentes to this point, even after smoking the Opus X. So I'm saying 2025 got me off and running pretty nicely. This Fuente is a nice one. Eye of the Shark. Just really pleasurable. So if you like the kind of like the nice EQ of the Placencias in that realm, but just that in that Fuente style, the way Fuente does it, just nice, chill, laid back vibe with all the nice flavors that you like to enjoy in a cigar. Nice lighthearted stick. Construction very well. Box press, loved it. Of course, we got the torpedo in, and I went with the V cut for it. So a nice controlled smoke too. Very nice with the tapered in with the box press. It marries well. So all in all, to give this cigar a rating out of 5, I'm gonna start off pretty heavy, man, and I'm gonna say 4.5 for this Eye of the Shark. I'm going 4.5. I'm saying this is a cigar that If you see it in your humidors, pick it up. It's a must. It's a must try.
Stamped. In 4 or 5, I'm not mad at it because if you put it over the Opus, it's only right that it falls in that realm. So that's a good score for it, man. I got to look out for it. I don't recall seeing it, but I'm very curious about that.
Yeah.
There you have it. There you have it.
Yeah, that's a nice one right there. It's a nice one.
All right, well, that's the first episode of 2025. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. We're out of here.
We got the clap. We got the applause.
Nah, man, engineer. He getting fired this year. We out of here, y'all.
Anyway, we out of here.
Yeah.